Liked bro. Person turquoise waving.
I'm trying to take things slow.
Hey there.
I need to get out there and crack some skulls.
Awesome. Thanks, Hunter.
Liked.
I'm all for random acts of violence, especially towards Hydra.
And purple blue piece.
Not in a creepy way.
It's good to have you around, Hunter. You don't treat me like some of the others.
How so?
America didn't exist in your time. With you, I get to be Steve from Brooklyn. Just a guy with a shield.
We are all in this fight together. Why would we not treat each other as equals?
And I appreciate it. I hope you know that. You have your own legend to deal with. That expectation must give you some trouble.
It can be hard to live up to what everyone thinks I am.
Then don't. Live up to your ideals. Everything else will fall into place. Like it or not, your words and actions carry a lot of weight. Don't lose sight of that.
Thanks. I will keep that in mind.
Sorry. Didn't mean to lecture. Let's get back to it.
Who you humpin'?
Can't wait till next time.
Flushed face with tears of joy, thumbs up skull. Finger red number 1.
Fighting.
Blade, what is it?
Caught a scent around the Abbey that doesn't belong. It's faint, not enough for anyone else to notice, but it hit me again tonight. How's that dog of yours when it comes to tracking? You two up for a little hunt?
I am sure Charlie could help. And I might be useful too.
After you. You sure that dog knows where she's going?
No, but I trust her instincts.
That means you're honest.
Charlie will be the first to let us know if she cannot find the way.
You two have a lot of conversations?
I can tell you never had a dog before, Blade.
Never got the chance as a kid. Too risky these days in my line of work.
Maybe you just need to find the right dog.
Haven't found a breed yet the Vamps won't eat out of spite.
Oh, I see what you mean. That looked like...
some kind of jacked up shadowhound. If I didn't know any better, I'd say we just found the bar guest. But it can't be.
The what?
The bar guest. Legendary demon dog of the old country. Kind of thing you'd hear stories about around the campfire.
A shadowhound could easily be mistaken for a spirit, but how would it have gotten here?
Good question, but we're not gonna find the answer tonight. Let's head back before Caretaker locks the doors on us. Damn, that thing is shifting. Looked like it knew we were coming, too. I'm no expert, but that's not our usual portal. Looks like magic's, but I don't know. Red? We should head back. Don't want Caretaker to come looking for us. You coming?
I will be along shortly.
Don't take too long.
When many of the elder gods were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay these monsters. In that sense, the two of you have had a shared purpose. Fight well, Hunter, and he may just honor you with his blessing.
They cannot possibly match your strength. The advantage is mine. There is no escape. You were too weak for this fight. Let us see if they have an answer for this. Wear me down.
Atum was unleashed and made quick work of the demons, but in the process, he became something of a monster himself. He even became known as the Demogorg, the God Eater.
If this is a cautionary tale, your timing could use some work.
Your fate is sealed. Your mother abandoned you. Leave some for the rest of us. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Just imagine how much more difficult this would be if Charlie wasn't there to join you. I think you owe her a treat after this.
Feel my call. Now that was something. This shall be of great help.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra training in. And with live targets, too.
I am impressed. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
If that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will. Good work, Hunter.
This looks like it belongs here.
With a tomb's help, you shouldn't have any trouble uncovering the more elusive elements hidden throughout the grounds. Why don't you try out his blessing on that stone over there?
The son of Gaia approves. Autumn, show me the way. He sees our path. Autumn reveals all. Autumn be praised. Autumn be praised. Something terrible happened here. This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
They came all the way from Transia with the Abbey to help a group they had never met?
You may not believe it, but I'm sure you would have done the same. Isn't that why the Suns are here today? Aside from that, your mother and Sarah both saw the signs of Chthon's influence. They knew there was more happening in Salem than the persecution of witches.
Chthon's corruption had taken root in the New World just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the Moon Seals to the Knights of Wondercore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But That is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the Moon Seal?
After the trials, the Moon Seal vanished, along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
Was this always here? I may have forgotten a few things, but I feel as if I would remember a decrepit church on the grounds.
You may not remember the structure, but maybe you've heard of the man responsible for it? Hiram Shaw? This was his house of worship, and like a great many things on the grounds, Sarah preferred to keep it in a sort of mystic quarantine. Even I haven't been inside.
Is that all she did while I slept? Seal things off for our protection?
She can be overzealous at times, but in this case, she was right to be wary.
So, what dark secret does this place hold?
When Hiram Shaw first came to Salem, he was little more than a charlatan posing as a preacher. He managed to convince a few desperate souls to join his congregation, and with their help, he broke ground on this church. Whether it was coincidence or fate, in digging beneath the church, Shaw found something that would change the course of all of our lives. A long-forgotten page of the Darkhold.
If Shaw found a page of the Darkhold, it was because Kuthan wanted it that way.
I tend to agree. That cursed book is always seeking out a way to return its master to power.
And a power-hungry preacher makes for the ideal messenger of darkness.
Yes, Shaw was an eager study, consumed almost immediately by the whisperings of Kuthan and the Darkhold's power. Nearly overnight, the people of Salem, old and new, were at his threshold, waiting for the word.
Tell me about Hiram Shaw.
By all accounts, Hiram Shaw was a desperate man. Desperate for power, wealth, influence, the usual desires that cloud men's minds. As I understand it, he was a largely unsuccessful minister before his arrival at Salem, traveling from place to place, swindling whatever followers he managed to gain before being run out of town. To think that a simple man like Shaw finding a piece of the Darkhold was enough to set all of this in motion, it puts things in perspective.
What do you know about my father?
That's not an easy question, dear. What would you like to know? Was he a good man? Yes, I think he was. Your mother loved him dearly, and he doted over her. I think for a time she forgot who she was, where she came from. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. She and Sarah both deserve to find something more than just another fight with Kuthan. Lilith did. Sarah didn't. At least, not for a while longer still. I honestly think that's the only thing she ever had against him, blood or not. Until we speak again.
This must be Shaw's study. She believes in our purpose. This ward is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool. Something on your mind?
Did Wanda ever
suspect
make
she
it to
did.
this place?
But if she discovered something, she didn't tell me. Goodbye. For now.
Autumn, show me the way.
Autumn reveals... What is this? He sees our path. Noble Oshter guides my hand. I need to find the next moon seal. If I remember correctly, this is the grave of Will Walker. A notoriously vicious but effective vampire hunter. Blade would have liked him. The son of Gaia approves. Oster smiles upon me. The son of Gaia approves. The goddess must be busy. Agatha's house. Fascinating. Chthon's dark influence has tainted this well. He sees our path. Autumn be praised.
Hunter, how goes it?
I guess we should have brought a bulletproof vest for Dr. Faustus.
Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Of course not, Doctor. The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope?
I've found something on the Abbey grounds that I think you should see.
Oh, sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way. I typically avoid venturing this far from the Abbey, especially at night. It makes Tony nervous, you see. Not in the "I'm concerned about your personal well-being, Doctor" sense. I think he's actually more afraid of what might happen to my side of the forge without proper supervision. There's an unsettling air about this place.
This church belonged to a preacher named Hiram Shah. His influence turned Salem against its coven.
A charismatic personality and a fearful populace can do much evil together.
There was more to it than that.
Yes, I suspected as much. Which, to be fair, is a valid concern. You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
We thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the Sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
Wanda spent a great deal of time out here, and she had the power.
She does have some experience with these spells, but why would she do that?
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient.
I could listen to your stories for hours.
Thanks. I do enjoy flattery.
Interesting. Without a blood sacrifice is what they had in mind. Almost as if it were meant to be. It seems my offering was accepted. Autumn, show me the way. Autumn reveals all. Clever. I wonder if there are more rings nearby.
like that you don't feel the need to go at it alone, Hunter. Especially out here in the desert. There are scorpions out here.
Yes, hello.
I have something for you.
Oh?
Here you are.
Wonderful. We can use it in the ritual.
Hello, Hunter.
I have heard that Wanda's power comes from Chthon.
The way I understand it, as a child, Wanda and her family lived in Transia, not far from Mount Wundagore. Within that mountain, the dark god Chthon had long been imprisoned, his corruptive influence an ongoing threat to the people of Transia.
And Wanda was affected?
Whether Chthon reached out to Wanda, or he found her by chance, I can't say. But Wanda was blessed or cursed by Chthon, touched by the power of chaos magic. While he had hoped to make her some sort of acolyte, she proved to be more capable than even he foresaw.
What can you tell me about Chthon?
One of the first Elder Gods, Chthon is said to have existed for tens of millions of years, well before the dawn of humanity on Earth. Believe it or not, he wasn't always the bastion of evil that we know today.
This story sounds familiar.
As the legend goes, the downfall of the old gods was actually brought upon by Chthon's brother Set, who found that by consuming his siblings, he could gain their power. After Set consumed Hypus, Chthon followed suit with the others, and in this way, many of the first gods also became the first demons.
And how did he come to be imprisoned on Earth?
In the same way Hydra has worked to restore Lilith, various cultists of the past sought to revive Chthon to wield his power. When Chthon failed to cooperate, these same cultists did the only thing they could. They locked him away again.
What do you know about Transia?
Transia is your ancestral homeland, Hunter. The birthplace of Lilith and Caretaker. It has always been a sort of magical junction, drawing in every type of occultist, sorcerer, and even the occasional Elder God. The Abbey grounds still behave in much the same way, even after all this time.
And Wundagore?
Wundagore Mountain has always played a prominent role in whatever scheme was underway. Chthon himself is said to have created the Darkhold, deep within the caverns of the mountain.
What was Caretaker like when she was younger?
I'm sure it's difficult to remember now, but Sarah wasn't always the steadfast contrarian. In our younger days, she was much more enthusiastic about dashing off to save the day, not unlike some of our younger allies among the Suns.
That does not sound like the Caretaker we know and love.
Keep in mind, Hunter, Sarah has faced a great deal of loss in her time here. Everyone she ever cared about, in fact. I would say she's earned the right to be disagreeable, at the very least. She is a very strong woman. I'm not sure I would have held up as well given the same circumstances.
Who were the Knights of Wundagore?
Another mysterious group of heroes in a world full of mysterious groups. Of course, I'm no expert on Transian history. I do know that the Knights of Wundagore were formed as a response to the growing threat of Chthon's influence near the mountain.
What exactly did they do?
Hydra was hardly the first to dabble in chthonic schemes. Many have tried and failed to awaken the Dark God. Over the centuries, the knights fought alongside a number of allies who stood against the various crazed worshippers of Chthon.
You were there? At the witch trials?
Not initially, no. If I had been, I like to think I could have stopped them before it was too late. I sensed something was wrong, and when the witches cried out in distress, I came to Salem as quickly as I could.
But Shah had already committed his crimes against them?
Yes. It was a devastating discovery. And for the longest time, I blamed myself.
But you see now it was not your fault.
I've come to understand that we must accept the past and move on. But that doesn't mean I won't always carry that pain with me.
I know that feeling all too well.
I know. And I wish you didn't, dear. I really do.
I'm trying a new workout routine. The more I burn off...
You have not set anything on fire today, have you? That looks good. Very nice. Agatha always knew how to put a smile on my face. Come along, Charlie. Good girl, Charlie.
It turns out Tony does occasionally make useful contributions. You have my undivided attention. In this reality, anyway. This one may try to resist my invocation. I look forward to researching this artifact further.
We are finally getting some decent tech down here. Hey, Hunter. Cross your fingers. Not bad, right? See you, Hunter.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Oh, thanks, Hunter.
Hi, kiddo.
You are a cute little shapeshifter, are you not?
Let me know when you have a real challenge.
If I had time, I'd take care of these myself, but I have been accused of hogging the ball before.
I'll do you a favor, just this once.
See you soon.
Daily Bugle's headlines get me so mad. J. Jonah Jameson just said, Spider-Man's existence fosters an atmosphere of toxic paranormal activity in New York.
Backbiters exist to sully the character of others.
The Daily Bugle printed that I conjured the Hellmouth in New York City. First off, I didn't even know Hellmouths were real until last week. Second, New York already had a Hellmouth in Staten Island. I'm pretty sure vampires live there.
Let the broadsheet hawkers spew their lies. We shall never forget our valiant deeds.
That's a sticky take, Hunter. When all this is over, who knows? Maybe I'll make J. Jonah Jameson a Spider-Man fan. Thanks for distracting me, Hunter. It's clear I gotta hire a publicist. Or better yet, just hit unsubscribe from the Daily Bugle on my newsfeed. Wow, I feel better already.
Now, back to stopping the prophecy that will doom all mankind.
I wish we could just unsubscribe from Lilith.
If only it were that simple.
Ready for more? Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
Promise I won't break your face. I'm gonna need a back.
Peace.
Ooh, when are we gonna slay some vamps?
We aren't going anywhere. This is a solo job.
You know how boring solo jobbing by yourself is? Come on!
No way. You're too distracting. I need to be focused out there.
This could be a great bonding experience for us. We could touch steaks.
Blade, you should bring Deadpool.
Ha! See?
Sign of the Horns, alien sign of the Horns.
Thanks a lot, Hunter.
I had to learn to work with you. So should he.
But you aren't Deadpool.
Face orange TV shape.
I've got something.
No, don't tell me. Dead cat wrapped in cabbage? What? What is that?
That is a hemolisk.
The face not even a Shemalist could love. If that is a face. Because maybe it's... Okay. Definitely not the face.
It's a vampire egg sac, which means now we're on the lookout for...
Vampire bacon sack? Huh? Get it?
What do we have? A full infestation?
If we're lucky.
Then I suggest you eliminate the threat before the vampires can get any stronger.
On it.
Or we pop that sucker like a giant zit. Yeah, no, your idea's great too.
Do what you can down there, Blade, and try not to lose your cool with that merc.
Cough! Did you forget I can hear you? That's okay. Probably just a senior moment.
I wouldn't poke that hornet's nest if I were you.
I'm great with fossils. She probably just needs her daytime meds and a nap.
Now listen here, you little...
Oh, I love you too, Grammy.
Never seen that before. Are we excited? Let that be a lesson to you, evildoer! Mucho gusto! Somebody call the meat wagon!
about time! Allow me! Step right up, test your strength.
Hemolysts aren't something you just stumbled on out in the open. There must be a major infestation here.
Wouldn't it take time to establish?
Ordinarily, something's off.
And slowly, the plot thickens. No one can match my sword style.
That's one hell of a move.
Insert catchphrase here!
That's a neat trick.
Hemolysts are birthing new breed vampires at an alarming rate.
Oh, these aren't the neck-biting handsy types from the movies. Whatever happened to them?
I killed most of them.
Blade? I think you might.
Don't get any ideas.
With extreme prejudice. I hope you're keeping score at home.
Easy enough.
Oh, good. The healing factor will fix me up. You do know I have a healing factor, right?
Well done, you two.
What the?
I'll come with. Or should I just stay? Right. Okay. Good talk.
Doesn't look like much to me.
Vampires are feeding on the civilians. We have to keep these people safe.
This is starting to feel like a real job all of a sudden. Blade's job.
Sure, punk out. It's what you do best.
Since we're gonna be best friends after this, I can't just leave you hanging.
Don't do me any favors. Let's do this. It sounds to me like they just missed their mama. Here it comes. Your mother. It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation. Time to bleed.
We need to hang out more, Blade. We're like two peas in a pod.
haven't seen a feeding frenzy in years. Not the vampires I'm used to killing.
Aren't you normally death incarnate to them? They aren't fleeing in terror.
None of this is normal. These new breed vampires don't know my name.
Maybe you're slipping since you started moonlighting with the Midnight Suns.
Yeah, keep digging that grave. It's on! And I thought Man-Thing was ugly.
Elbas excelente!
You
Alien thumbs up.
These fanatics are always the same.
Hand purple blue piece.
You!
Maybe you should teach me that one.
Like it or not, you all seem to work surprisingly well together.
Something's wrong. Something's changed.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm gonna go with new benches.
Vampires attacking civilians in plain sight? That's not vampire protocol.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's really not.
Do you think anyone would notice if I just left you here?
They'll know. Okay. You want answers? I'll call my client. Not here. Back home. Where we're safe from client bots.
Home? You mean my home? The Abbey, which is absolutely 100% not your home? Make the call.
Look, it's late in Latveria now. There's that whole time zone thing, and my client is a physician, you know, working those long physician hours.
Oh, what?
Sweetest guy, but he's a real bear when he's grumpy.
Can you come to the chapel? Blade is pissed. Even for Blade. It wasn't that bad.
Are you serious? It was awful.
Quit being a pussycat. No one got hurt.
No one got hurt yet. I don't care what you do in your off time. But when we're out on missions, you don't jeopardize the team. Got it?
It's cute when you set up boundaries.
I'm serious. You pull any of that crap that might put us in danger, and it's over for you. End of discussion.
Don't worry, I'll stay very far away from the guy with the pointy stakes.
I am fascinated by your worldview.
Look at you, sweet talker. Thanks for the save there. I thought Blade was gonna stab me again.
Are you all right?
All right is subjective, but I'm still breathing.
I was hoping the two of you would not fight.
I can play nice all day when we're out there kicking bad guy booty, but asking me to make friends? Barf.
There will be less tension among the team if you at least fake it.
Oh, if I had a nickel for every time... Ah, never mind. All these chumps are my co-workers, not friends.
If you try, it will be easier to work with everyone.
Ugh, you sound like a camp counselor. What's next? You want us to gather round and make s'mores? Ooh, please say yes. I don't care if people don't like me. I can't blame them. It's hard being the most skilled, attractive, funniest, and humble person here. They could start an I Hate Deadpool club. I'm already a founding member, but for $20 they could join.
If you want to spend your time here being hated, that is up to you.
A little rough, but I can handle it.
I will not interfere with your choices here.
Bad Choices was my nickname in school, right next to Biggest Mouth.
Are you and Blade going to be okay?
I'm not going to lose any sleep over our squabble, but I can't speak for him.
Just try not to anger him. For me.
You missed your opportunity to make me pinky promise.
What happens if you break that kind of promise?
You cut off my pinky. Don't worry, it'll grow back.
People complain about Deadpool, but Blade is harder to work with. I speak from experience.
Too bad we don't know who Deadpool's mysterious client is. We could sell the bag of blisters for profit.
Blade, is something the matter?
You tell me, Hunter.
I saw what happened. You do not care for Deadpool, do you?
Things have gone to hell since he showed up.
I understand, but is being rigid the right way to get through to him?
No, Hunter, you don't. He's not trying to get on your nerves 24/7.
What happened on the mission?
I stabbed him.
All right. What happened?
Deadpool was messing around, not taking our job seriously.
So your solution was to hurt him?
You're acting like I did it for fun. I didn't stab Deadpool because he's a pain. He was doing his own thing and got in the way.
So you put each other in danger?
You weren't there, Hunter. He's a liability.
But he is our ally, and we should treat him as such.
Not happening. You do what you have to do, but I'm not going out of my way for him.
Everyone deserves a chance, Hunter.
Even Deadpool. Blade wouldn't really hurt Deadpool, right? Even with the healing factor?
Need something, dear?
Oh, look who it is.
I don't know about you, but I've been giving everyone some space. Anything else on your mind?
Thanks, Carol.
Sure thing.
Hola.
Deadpool and Blade mix like oil and water. Or me and Parker.
I trust your judgment, but that's about it. Don't ask for more.
Deadpool's client has got to be really dangerous if he gives the merc with the mouth a creeps.
Could we change the name of the group to the Midnight Moons? I'm not a fan of the sun.
The tension around here is so thick. Do you feel it too?
We need to keep Blade and Deadpool far, far away from each other. Someone either moved my test tubes, or I'm experimenting in my sleep again.
I will see if I can find you a treat later.
I miss my students back at the school, but we'll be reunited soon.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
¿Qué pasa, Hunter?
Always on the hunt, right?
Just like you wanted.
See you soon.
Hunter, hello. You're looking stronger than ever, kiddo.
This should be useful. This will do nicely.
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details.
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? No peeking now. How does this look? How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine. Find more coil, send it my way.
Time to take it to the next level. I think we've got something for everyone.
No, you shouldn't have.
My lucky day, huh? Let's do it. I wasn't holding back.
Oh. Hey there, Hunter. Startled me there for a sec. Hey, now that you're here, maybe I could get your advice on something?
I would be happy to share any wisdom I may have.
Okay, let's say you suspect your room is, haunted? How would you, handle something like that?
Might I suggest something to you, Tony? And I hope it does not offend.
Fire away, boss.
You might want to think about drinking less of those espresso shots you love so much. I fear they're putting you on edge.
Oh, I'm all edge these days. Was kind of hoping you could walk me off of this one. At around 3 in the morning, every morning, I wake up to wailing and the stench of what can only be described as a mixture of old socks and eggs that are about 50 years past their expiration date. I looked it up, and the internet said the smell of rotting eggs wasn't just a sign of a regular run-of-the-mill poltergeist, but something, you know, demonic.
Are you sure it is not Dr. Strange?
Now that you mention it, Stephen does practice magic late at night.
Mystery solved, then.
If only there were someone I could hire to exorcise him. Maybe magic? Something tells me she wouldn't mind having one less Avenger living here. Thanks for the talk, Hunter. Let's do it again sometime soon.
I don't let anybody win. That was all you.
not stray from path. Yes? You have problem?
As if the people of New York didn't have enough problems, scattered reports of Hydra activity are coming in from across the 5 boroughs. We'll head to the highest concentration first, and take it from there. Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
That does not sound like much of a challenge.
It is the beginning of the end. Whatever works for you. Consider it done.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Some for the rest of us. They cannot possibly match your strength.
Made that so much worse. Tell him who's sick.
Targeting systems active.
It will be forever.
Forever in service.
I have spotted enemy reinforcements.
Serve her with honor.
No threat to us so far.
Hail that! Let us see if they have an answer for this.
You will pay for your mistake.
Your fate is sealed. Weak, even for Hydra.
Command. Awaiting reinforcements.
Lilith must be desperate if these are her best.
So that was something.
Welcome assistance.
They're going down. I knew you could do it.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Why is it that for every one of these sites we take out, it seems like 2 more appear in their place?
Patience. Hydra certainly lives up to their name.
I've hunted an actual Hydra. That was easier.
Easier than this. I live up to my name, too. Hell of a price Crossbones put on your head, runt. Too bad he never said it had to stay attached to your body. Well, too bad for you.
Big words for a dead man. You got one thing right today, Sabretooth. Heads are definitely about to roll.
Oh, look. Another mangy stray.
You smell wrong.
Compared to him?
Good point.
Now I get to kill 2 runts with 1 claw. Maybe I should be paying Hydra.
Take that animal down before he can hurt anyone else.
Who you calling an animal, lady?
Check your ears, Creed. She didn't stutter. Now for something real special. Now,
Now that was something. They do not stand a chance.
I see Caretaker taught you a few tricks.
that smell better than your breath.
More of them are joining the fight. It is a shame you chose to waste your talents chasing the highest bidder. You did not have to end up this way. Your time has come.
We'll settle up later.
Their best was still not enough for us.
Still in this one.
I am impressed.
Here comes a few more.
So, is he some sort of werewolf?
Kiss it good.
You call this a wound?
Yes, on the ugly ones. You aren't good enough for me.
To die.
Together, we are unstoppable. Just like old times.
Looks like you got me, Runt. Go ahead. Make it quick.
What the hell are you doing?
Not much of a hunter, are you? You'd fit right in with Logan and the rest of Xavier's housebroken little pets. Now hold still, pup. This is gonna hurt.
Nifty trick. Don't think he was expecting that thing around your neck to bite back.
Can he heal from that too?
Don't know. But I'm gonna make sure he doesn't.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too.
heal. Have to keep going.
You'll do.
It sounds like you had some unexpected visitors out there.
Those two beasts came out of nowhere. Who were they?
Victor Creed and James Logan Howlett. But I'm sure they'd prefer to go by their current aliases.
Sabretooth and Wolverine. Those two have been at each other's throats for decades.
Wolverine? Then he is a werewolf? I did not sense that from either of them.
Because they are mutants. Like me.
You are like them?
I will not be howling at the moon anytime soon, Hunter. It affects us all in different ways.
There are some things you'll need to become familiar with in our post-atomic world, Hunter. Mutants being a big part of that.
A blessing or a curse in the blood, depending on who you ask. I can explain further if you must know.
In the meantime, I need to look into what's happening in New York. Wolverine is an honorable man, if a bit rough around the edges. Sabretooth, on the other hand, is a homicidal maniac. The fact that he's got his sights set on you is definitely not good news.
Wait, you know Logan?
Who do you think first told me about you? You'd be surprised how many people have found their way into these woods over the years, and once they do, they tend to find a way back. I doubt this is the last we have seen of either of them.
Wonderful.
Logan and I are not exactly best friends or anything. He's more my brother Piotr's friend. Like I said earlier, we're all mutants. Not to freak you out or anything.
Rest easy. I will not freak out because you do not seem like a threat.
That's because you haven't seen me on a bad day.
So you and these other mutants, you all know each other from Russia?
Hardly. We're all part of the X-Men. I mean, not currently. But I guess once you're an X-Man, you're always an X-Man.
Just like a midnight sun.
I guess so.
And this Sabretooth, he is a mutant. Does that make him an X-Man as well?
Definitely not an X-Man. He and Wolverine go way back. Who knows what their feud was originally about? I doubt they can remember either.
He has been tracking us for a bit. He was the presence I sensed at the docks.
Are you sure it was him and not something else?
Mark my words. The next time we meet, I will finish him.
Normally, I'd tell you no way, but I've seen your moves. If anyone can handle Sabretooth, it's you.
Thank you for explaining this to me. It seems I have a lot to learn.
Of course, mutant society is small, but super complicated. But all you need to know is that Sabretooth sucks.
Having Sabretooth wrapped up in all of this is another headache we don't need. I can only hope Logan handles him swiftly, before he causes too much trouble.
How much do you trust this Logan person?
Quite a bit, actually. He's a bit prickly, but he's dependable.
Exactly how dependable?
I would trust Logan with my life, the same as you.
That is quite a bit of trust. I am surprised you have never spoken of him before.
Logan is a good man, but he follows his own path. After this, I may not see him again for several more decades.
I suppose there is nothing more to do but wait. I have a feeling we will be seeing more of Logan and Sabretooth.
Oh, I'd count on it.
Hooray for us not dying.
Hey, look who's awake. Shop class tonight. You free?
I am ready.
Right on. Wait, what's Tony doing here?
It's interesting how you solved the heat problem.
Is that a good interesting or a bad interesting?
Neither. It's just not what I would have done.
Right.
I have no idea what's going on here. Parker didn't invite Tony, did he?
I can ask.
Okay, I'll hang tight.
Okay, before you ask, Tony kinda showed up and started talking.
When is the last time Tony Stark was booted from a club? It could be today.
As funny as that would be to record and post to Superlink, I'd rather recruit him than boot him. I don't know how to talk to rich people. Would you mind?
All right.
Thanks, Hunter.
Hey, boss. Fancy meeting you here. I didn't picture you for the technical type. Wait, no, I'm seeing it. You're someone who's always appreciated horsepower.
What brings you here, Tony?
I couldn't sleep. Saw Parker slip off with a backpack full of gadgets. I was tired and bored, so I followed him here. You know, the only time I've seen the Hellride is when it's on fire. You think Robbie will let me poke around under the hood?
Popping the hood is how it eats people.
We're safe. I'm canned beef, you're 17th century jerky, and Parker's full of, spider meat.
Tony, your place is in the forge.
Oh sure, when I'm there, I'm in charge. Here, I'm just a flying man on the wall. Look, this isn't my thing, and I don't want to make it my thing. I'll stick around as long as Robbie and Parker are cool with it.
All right. We should ask them.
The two of you heard me, right?
Yeah, sure did.
So, what do you think? I'll be completely invisible.
Like Sue Storm?
Like a slightly taller Sue Storm.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. I mean, as long as the shop doesn't become a Stark subsidiary, I'm good.
Scout's honor.
Then welcome to shop class, Tony.
All right. You kids do your thing.
We have no big threats on the horizon, so today we're going to retool some of our gear.
No big threats? What about Lilith?
Shop class deals with known quantities. Lilith alters fundamental scientific principles just by existing. She's way out of our league. Besides, we have a ton of ideas in the backlog for these personal prototypes. It all depends on the components at hand. You already gave me the components. Those will come in handy. You ready to put this one to bed?
I am ready.
This is good work. Don't know how we're gonna top ourselves.
No comment. But that's some good work.
Is that it for today?
I am ready to go.
Hunter.
You look like you are on the hunt.
It's that scent again. Almost feels familiar somehow. I was hoping you and Charlie might give it another go. You down?
Who would miss a chance to hunt with Blade?
I'm flattered. Now meet me out by that creepy-ass church.
Tell me, Blade, have you found any other unusual creatures during your pursuit of the Barghest?
Seen a few birds hanging around the training yard, but I haven't decided if they're real yet.
Real? As opposed to...
I'm not sure. The way things operate around here, they could be an illusion, some kind of familiar, a robotic drone.
And what makes you so suspicious?
Just like this thing we're after. They don't smell right. It's like someone made what they thought a bird smelled like, without ever having smelled a bird.
I will have to take your word for it.
I can still smell it. Damn thing got away again.
We may need some help.
Not so mysterious now, huh? We should head back. This place gives me the creeps. And that ain't easy to do. You coming?
Let us get out of here.
Hunter, if you're receiving this message, please come to the central console as soon as possible.
That's odd. You're the best girl. You know that, right?
I hydrate. Blood is mostly water.
Dr. Banner, you've reemerged.
I'm sorry, Hunter. Probably not the best impression of me. But now I'm back.
We were worried about you, Doctor. Some of us thought you ran away and joined Hydra.
Thank you for the concern, but I was never one for the draft. Just ask Steve.
So what happened?
I was knocked offline by a spike in gamma radiation that tore through the electromagnetic spectrum. Bad day to be a Manhattan cell phone tower. But don't worry, I've isolated the problem here. No more blackouts, I promise. But I am concerned about the other ripple effects this gamma radiation could have caused. That's why I would like to scan you and see if the shifts in energy have affected you.
How does gazing upon me help detect this radiation of yours?
Unfortunately, it doesn't. I need to push this button first. Hopefully, this will shed some light on the gamma shifts we've been seeing, reveal a pattern, or maybe even clue us in on how to reverse it. Just stand very still. You shouldn't feel a thing. And we're done. Once I analyze this scan, we'll all be much wiser. Thank you, Hunter.
I wasn't expecting Wolverine to make an appearance.
Time for break to get some shit done here. Thanks for the watchies. Have a schmkin hump day. Get nip love.